You find yourself in cold, on every. You hear a wave.
Lay your blade.
Wodica screws her mouth into a sneer. Wal smiles. The pallid.
The Watchers returned. Perhaps.
Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
They say.
We try, but agreement eludes us. Is there nothing we can do?
Magrin glances.
The time has.
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not.
Helia, who had been.
Of course. Our progenitor's craft, and the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if he wishes to confront Aethys.
The birds at last linger too long, and Magrin slaps them up.
But you like a challenge, don't you? You met my challenge at the searing.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
There is another topic we have yet to address.
The Pallid Knight holds up one.
What do you think of Aethys' scheme to destroy the wheel?
Wal laughs with the voice of thousands.
What form might our guidance take? And whose guidance would it be? Surely.
Aethys loves the mortals more than any of us. He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching them try. He found our blind spot and exploited it admirably. By the time we even had a hint of what it was he intended.
If we still had our bodies, we could oppose him.
Wodica balls her bony hands into fists and glares long at Ott.
Do not lay your blame on me. We set them aside after I killed Abaddon, it is true, but you did not fight the decision then.
She turns her back on Wodica.
What if Aethys is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
Wal's many eyes bounce and blink in quiet delight.
And what if they fail? Then they die. We have to help them.
Wodica drives her fist into the Pallid Knight raises a hand.
Watcher, Aethys yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aethys may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo. The future of Kith and the time moves swift. Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches.
You will not fail.
The Pallid Knight conjures a blinding white light in her. You come to.
Why not?
Shiplife sure isn't it? Tell me what's on your mind. Not a what? I never knew nothing more. No matter. And the crush of the soul. I'm glad we talked.
Here we are again, I must admit. Belf, you only have to after the trade, the Duke's spirit still a profit came at the expense of the dear. Even their days are numbered, and there is nothing they can do to not it with any luck. In a few, where I am as if the Dukes need me here, good. I have no concern. Que? Menea, it appears to have.
Let's get a move on.
You look like you have something on you. The Queen, and what the Deadfire needs is someone who can lead. I think, and I don't entirely trust.
Lash Esegan ki ask, please. Should it leap us? Many people speak many languages. And there was, we thought God would west. No one has ever been west because of the. We came to teach about God. I do not know. I did not say I am a good teacher. Teach about God. I do not know what. I did not say I am a good teacher. You learn Seki. Maybe we talk more about God. I am a fan. Do you think my idea, as you say? And there was a. We thought God would protect us. As you say. The edge of a joke from Maya. A funny. I missed it. And the dead. Is that some? Are you far from your home, Watcher? We are home. As you say. Hey, Yeli's a mid. I must. Who? Ta. Unku.
What's gnawing you? Don't think that he was another soul torn away by.
Now Deadfire roots, they make good time. Come away, hey hoo-row-ya! With the clear white streets and inlets fine. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines! Oh, they're the lines where you can shine. Come away, hey hoo-row-ya! Oh, they're the lines where accidentally prime. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines! Just take a trip to Port Margy. Tell me way, hey hoo-row-ya! To Port Margy where the sailors stay. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines! Then million captains you'll see there. Tell me way, hey hoo-row-ya! With the knee-high boots and the fine dark hair. Hurrah for the Deadfire lines! Around the big white to Port Margy.
Whoa, that's what manner of...
I'm not too proud to.
Oh, sure, that.
So alone. Never alone. Exakaizo, we're the gates of... We guard the silence of Akaizo. You Aether says that Akaizo is closed. The gates are barred. The living were meant to forget Ukaizo. Nothing can be gained of remembering it. If your desire is to the chosen, the outside,
That sure sounds like
the outsiders,
Not all of them
the old ones, outsiders augured that machines, when the machines were nearly done, the outsiders constructed bodies of flesh, ones which drew the spirits of the dead through a sieve. Skeletons, now. They're finally our bond with you. They offered us. We were ordered to slam shut the gates. The outside quiet gave way when the last screams of the old ones faded. None but the green colossus, whose every footstep disturbed. You are the first kith to. Now you may your journey through the wheel be. You chose death.
Taking it away. Let's go. That must have hurt. Quick, toss me something else.
Sure thing.
I suppose we're heading straight into that. Gilded might as well. Oh, these great people got a funny. He does. God of. 5 years, but the choice you make good. I know.
We've made it this far, yet we're wrecking it. Tell me. Sure did. Besides, I thought it, but I couldn't. Now that whether we're meant to consider.
I look back, and I ain't coming to give a second and a half on you. Try it, somebody. Let's get.
Why not?
machine controlling the storm winds. The bells.
Watcher, your journey nears its conclusion.
The pallid night stands before you, her gaunt face impassive.
That will depend on the will of Kith, whose desires are soon you will confront.
The pallid night.
If Aethys truly intends,
Abaddon's.
Aethys will reveal every secret of the gods. Will Kith be able to change the established order if they have no wonder to inspire them?
You have misgivings. With the will destroy.
Kith are strongest when they.
Kith will not solve Aethys' puzzle on their own. And without an established order to fight against, the bonds that bind them dissolve, and they fight amongst themselves.
You underestimate
Boudica's our
Indeed, I have faith in Kith's ability to meet Aethys' challenge. Do not mistake my words for indifference, Watcher. They are born from a fierce belief in your potential, not a refutation of it.
You see clearly at last. Margaret is blinded. Kith.
As Rimmergon's words fade.
Well, Watcher, you know where we stand. What do you believe? Take care that you do not sack. Now that I laid you are no. Remember this.
She claps her.
You keep. It's.
God.
What you people from lush, bright lands fail to grasp is that Rauatai isn't a storm. Okaizo belongs to us. We've earned it and no one shall take it from us now. This is greater than the two of us, Rauataians!
I'm here.
Wrong side. No! Taxed to my limit. Oh, no!
Leave it.
Aye, aye.
You descend into the ancient winding streets as you approach an immense, the only safe.
to see Ukaizo in this way. It may be hard to picture, but this great hanging trees, each the cell of all people.
If we don't fix this, it's a...
As long as there are people like you in this world, Adair, this power...
Gone, please.
The Deadfire, they will remember. A wise, it is but...
What right?
Aloth, but it one must... But what of you, Watcher? Why have you followed me? Have you come to bear witness to the breaking of the wheel? It is pity. What more would you have me do? It is true. Thank you. I must attend. You are many will. I have.
Aethys squares, he cracks up. You see As Aethys's voice fades, the enormity of what you've accomplished, Maras Nua's body finally goes still amidst the rubble of the within machines, yet it continues to glow. Priests and mystics have as a watcher, you see what these dreamers cannot. The souls of the departed drifting toward the Audra Colossus, and while Maras Nua stands frozen over Ukaizo, the gods look on the labors of Kith, but they do not intervene. In reaching Ukaizo and facing Aethys, you have accomplished the impossible, and you have done it without the assistance of the great powers of Deadfire. Your feats capture the awe and imagination of a world that needs heroes more than ever. With each day, your legend grows, as does the chaos in Deadfire. Ukaizo remains unclaimed, and the Efekia Channel becomes the site of a near-constant battle as the Huana and the Rawatayans vie for control of the unprotected island. The Rawatayans rely on their cannons, and the Huana call forth massive waves, and while they chip away at one another, the Valians and the Principi pursue their own ends with increasing abandon. Emboldened by their rivals' distraction, the Valian Trading Company seizes territory and mines luminous Audra at a startling pace. Huana villages are left at the mercy of unscrupulous speculators and resource-rich. To support their operations, the Valian Trading Company begins shipping ever greater quantities of supplies and luminous Audra to and from the archipelago. This attracts the attention of the Principi, who target these ships with increasing aggression. Despite other tensions across the archipelago, Port Maje remains a model of peaceful, productive cooperation between the Huana and the Valian Trading Company. As the balance of power changes in Deadfire, so too does Nekataka transform. With the major powers at one another's throats, Nekataka becomes a maelstrom of chaos. Spies and smugglers follow the flow of refugees into the city, where violence is commonplace. Ukaizo remains the coveted prize, and Nekataka fades. The pirates continue smuggling food into the gullet, and the Raparu embrace their benefactors, aiding and concealing their smuggling operations. Over time, the loss of Skiarilifus's essence weakens the Water Shapers Guild. Their power wanes and their influence fades. The art of water shaping survives, as your brief encounter with Letharn proves deeply influential for the children of the Dawnstars. He comes to recognize his nightmares and the scene at Hisongo as Aethys's final warning to his people. Unite in strength and faith, or perish forever. As word of Aethys's deeds at Ukaizo spreads, his fellow Dawnstars take this message to heart. The children of the Dawnstars respond to Aethys's sacrifice by taking up the lanterns and sickles of the Harvesters of Gone. They become pilgrims of essence, gathering souls across Aora and ferrying them to the haven within the Audra Colossus. Others will the Audra at Pokakohara is restored, but the rumored Valian Trading Company post never comes to Tikawara. Torn between waiting and seeking better fortunes elsewhere, the tribe ships continue to disappear at the southeastern fringe of the archipelago, and stories circulate of a colony of vampires and gulls preying on their crews. Though your adventures alter the destiny of Aora and the balance of power in Deadfire, they also leave a lasting mark on those who travel at your side. Your companions find themselves in the days sailing back from Ukaizo. Adair keeps mostly to himself, reflecting upon the new, fragile existence his god has forced upon the world. He decides that if he knows one thing about the gods, it is that they are already plotting, and greater calamities will certainly follow. Ultimate, Shodi is not a priestess who understands the meaning of subtlety. As such, she makes her girlish crush on Adair painfully obvious from the moment she first sets eyes on the strapping fighter. Early in your travels, Adair appears discomforted by her persistent flirting. He often grimaces when she sidles up to him, and he takes endless pains to keep their conversations terse and to the point. But after a little smoothing on your part to nudge them in the right direction, Adair seemingly lit with an inner glow, Shodi takes to a new life of mission work with gusto. She still is committed to shepherding souls forgone, but having realigned her goals with that of her fellow Dawn Stars, she now endeavors to help the living as much as the dead. As you travel the Deadfire, you find her sleeping better and laughing more often. When the time comes for her to return to her temple in Nekataka, it's with though the two of you no longer travel together, Shodi holds fast to the memory of you in her heart, remaining your fierce and doting girlfriend, faithful even in her absence. You receive a missive for every day apart, though they often arrive in a single bundle some weeks or months past. In them, she writes of how she misses you, how you are like a fire that burns inside her, how one day surely you will be reunited again. Aloth renews his commitment to destroying the Leaden Key. With the wheel broken, loosening the god's stranglehold on Kith is more urgent than ever. It is a lofty goal, and one he does not expect to finish in his lifetime. But if there's one thing he's learned from you let Rimaro go, and the former pirate ostensibly set sail for the trade lanes of the Eastern Reach, the Edier Empire, Old Valia, and the Republics. For the remainder of your time together, when he leaves, he does so with little fanfare. Nothing but a roughly scrawled note slipped under your door. Be seeing you, Cap. The Valian Trading Company is initially furious when they learn that Palagina had assisted the Watcher in claiming Ukaizo. In the chaotic, pleased with the Navy's conduct throughout the Deadfire campaign, Maya returns to active duty. She can find a free drink she looks forward to see. Takehu distances himself from the problems of the Deadfire, giving the tribes a reprieve from godlike omens. And Gatis, he bids you farewell, suggesting that you seek your next adventure in a brothel or tavern, where consequences begin and end at the front door. Your pursuit of Aethys and your journey to Ukaizo signal the end of forces that have shaped the lives of Kith and the course of nations. The cycle of reincarnation has been broken. The storms of Andra's mortar have calmed. Yet each ending promises a new beginning. As the sun rises over Ukaizo, as the Watcher of Cadnua and the former Herald of Bareth, you return to your ship and begin the long journey home.